Hey guys, what's going on? Got your dose of horror for the day. It's called Beneath the Black Waves. If you like this kind of content and you enjoy the story, comment, leave a thumbs up, and like the video, and share it if you could. Chapter 1, Beneath the Black Waves. The Sable Dawn was 3 days out from port when it hit something in the water. Not an iceberg, not a reef, something else. At first, the crew thought it was a rogue wave or a drifting container from a cargo ship, but the sound that followed the impact wasn't a crunch of metal against metal, or the groan of wood splintering. It was wet, a sickening mix of dragging and tearing, like something alive had latched onto the hull before being torn away. The ship lurched violently, sending men sprawling across the deck. And then a slow, guttural moan resonated from deep within its belly, a sound no vessel should ever make. The lights flickered. The Sable Dawn gave one final shuddering convulsion, then began to die. The radio was dead. The emergency flares were drenched. The life rafts, gone, swallowed by the sea in the first chaotic minutes. And now, they were in the water, drifting, helpless. Chapter 2, The First Scream. The moon cut through the blackness, silver light dancing on the waves. There were 10 survivors treading water, clinging to the floating debris, their breath ragged and wet. Then, somewhere in the distance, a splash. Not the sound of a body moving, something else. A fin cut through the water. Another. The first scream came from the engineer. Something grabbed his leg and ripped him under so fast he barely made a sound. Just a choked gurgle before the waves closed over him. The water where he had been was suddenly warm, slick. The rest of the crew froze. Then, the second scream. They turned just in time to see another man disappear beneath the surface, his arms flailing, his mouth opening in a voiceless, suffocating plea before the sea claimed him. A dark shape rolled over the water, and for a split second, the moon illuminated rows of teeth. Chapter 3, A Game of Waiting. The ocean was quiet for a moment. Then, more fins, circling, watching. The captain, breathing hard, whispered, "They're toying with us." He was right. The sharks weren't attacking all at once. They were waiting, studying, picking them off one by one. The waterhead became a graveyard of warmth, patches of blood swirling between them like ink in the abyss. Some of the men were weeping, others were whispering prayers, but prayers meant nothing out here. Something bumped one of them, a slight push against the ribs, not a bite, just a test. And then, it came. The water exploded as another crewman was dragged under, his hands clawing at the surface, his screech swallowed by the deep. There were 7 left, then 6, then 5. Each death was met with a brief, suffocating silence, a moment of knowing, of realizing whose turn it was next. The warmth spread. The sharks moved closer. Chapter 3, The Last Night. The captain locked eyes with the only other survivor left, his first mate. No words were spoken. There was nothing left to say. Then the first mate jerked. His body yanked violently backwards. The captain reached for him, but it was too late. A shape, black as the abyss, twisted beneath the surface, and when it breached, the moonlight revealed a wide, gaping maw. The last scream echoed across the water. Then, silence. The captain treaded water alone. The blood around him had thinned. The sharks had feasted. He should have been next, but instead they left him. Why? As the moon dipped behind the clouds, the answer came. In the dark water ahead, something massive moved, bigger than the other sharks, bigger than the ship, and it was coming for him. Chapter 4. The Final Moments. The water swelled, shifting with a force unlike anything he had felt before. A deep rumble vibrated through the sea, sending ripples outward. Then, from below, the shape surged upward. The captain barely had time to scream before it struck. The pain was immediate, searing, as the creature's enormous jaws closed around his midsection. There was a terrible, wet crack, then a sudden, unbearable lightness. He looked down. His legs were gone, sheared clean in one monstrous bite. His vision blurred, blackness creeping in at the edges. The cold, creeping numbness of shock began to settle in. He felt himself sinking, the silver moonlight fading, swallowed by the abyss, and then nothing. Hey guys, if y'all like these stories or have any stories that y'all want read, I'll put them together and I'll read them for y'all. Send them my way and I'll do my best. Shout out to whoever does it. Till next time.